Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll be hearing from David Aldridge on the sideline. GA, it's all yours.
Well, guys.
David, thanks for that. You know, GA, Che, no stranger to controversy.
And I can see the reasoning from both sides. I don't think Che tries to be a lightning rod for controversy, but he doesn't shy away from it either.
And here's what the Cleveland Cavaliers schedule looks like. On Wednesday, they'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat. Then on Friday, they continue the road trip heading out to Dallas to take on the Mavericks. And look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Asman and Love are the forwards. Garland is out there with Jordan Clarkson. And it's Thompson in at center, locking down the middle. And for the Knicks, Smith and Trier, the tandem in the backcourt. It's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. And it's Barrett at the 3 slot. Even this early on, Brent, have you been on teams where you just knew changes were coming down the road?
Yeah, most of that, Kevin, I think happens because of internally what's going on with the team.
Yeah. He really played well in that last game against Charlotte. Cleveland moving it around. Here's Osman. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Love. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Love's got 5 points so far.
Yeah, Love can hurt you down there. He uses his body as a shield, creates the space, got in tight, finished that one off.
There's the pass to Smith. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. That one goes. Count it.
Smith Jr. working on his shot and now working to get going in the mid-range.
Garland, the pass to Thompson. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
We've seen this explosion of Canadian players in the NBA. And really, Tristan Thompson led that way. The 4th pick back in 2011, Thompson was, at that point, the highest drafted Canadian in NBA history.
First one falls for him. And Thompson may have led the way for Canadians. But as far as where the league is going, Greg, he's a throwback player.
I mean, a rebounder and rim runner. His game is built on toughness and hustle.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Bobby Portis has checked in for Mitchell Robinson. Gibson comes in for Marcus Morris. Knox, he's checked in for Barrett. And it's Peyton in for Dennis Smith.
Tristan Thompson is one of the best offensive rebounders in the NBA. So to do that, you can't be afraid to throw your weight around.
Gibson looking it over. Pass to Knox. Down to 5 on the shot clock. For the 3. Buries the long-range jumper.
Well, he's got that height advantage, and out on the perimeter, a smaller defender is just not going to contest.
Dellavedova kicks to Thompson. Pass to Osman. Passes it to Garland. And here is Dellavedova. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
59 seconds left to play in the first. The pass to Osman. Inside. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Tristan Thompson with some force on that one.
For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they come in off the loss to Philadelphia. Pass to Portis. And there's a call on Cedi Osman. That's foul number 2 for him.
Now with 2 fouls here in the first quarter, everything changes for him. He's got to be more careful on defense.
Ante Zizic is checked in for Cleveland. John Henson comes in for Cedi Osman. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
You risk getting torched when somebody's open. Payton's skilled enough to find the open man.
29 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Now Garland. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Nance passes to Zizic. Sweet move. And the rebound goes to the Knicks.
He gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
And so it's the New York Knicks holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. And they've done a phenomenal job down low, so many of their points coming right at the rim. We'll return shortly. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a comfortable margin for the Knicks here, guys.
On the attack right from the tip. They've been relentless offensively.
Well, just taking it right at the opposition and the other team right now. No answers and no way to slow them down.
Knox and Randall, they're the forwards. Then there's Elfrid Payton. Then there's Bobby Portis. They're the group New York will start the second with. New York leading by 11.
And last year, not only did the Cavs fail to return to the finals, they only won 19 games.
Yeah, and they won 50 games the year before without Kyrie. That's how much LeBron James meant to this franchise. He defines the word irreplaceable.
Dellavedova, the pass to Zizic. To Dellavedova on deep. Randall grabs the board. And so it's Randall bringing it up now for the Knicks. This is the most they've led by 13 points. Nice shot by Portis.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Elfrid Payton.
Well, he doesn't have a ton of moves down there, but Henson has been working on his offensive game, and that length helps out. He draws the foul.
He's off on the first. Sometimes when a shooter misses a wide-open shot, Brent, you hear, oh, he had too much time. I mean, is that really a thing?
I mean, in life, do we really have too? You never have too much time.
Never have too much time.
You can never have too much time.
I think about Marc Gasol, like in the finals and the playoffs last year. He would sit there and no one would even be around him.
And he's tiptoeing like, do I shoot? Do I shoot? I think it messes with you just in terms of the psychological part about like, why isn't anybody guarding me here? Well, if you're a bad shooter, there's a really good reason why they're not guarding you.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Zizic kicks to Clarkson, looking to end the run, and that's 2 points on the layup. Clarkson's got 5 now.
Well, Clarkson can get inside. He's athletic to do that, and then needs the touch in that area. Showed it off there.
Here's Randall, and the basket for the 4th time from the field. He's a healthy 4 for 6.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Love against Murray. Love kicks to Clarkson. 6 on the shot clock. The 3. That shot off, and New York will come the other way. They came away with the victory in their last meeting, which, by the way, was also in this building.
And that last one came right down to the wire. The difference for me being the impact they got from their bench.
Yeah, without the scoring they got from that second unit, that is not a game they would have won. They needed every one of those points that they got off the bench.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Timeout called, Cleveland. A lot of missing stats from the 60s and 70s, but if we could go back and look at those actual numbers, any players you think would really be catching our eye in terms of, wow, I didn't know that guy was that good, or he's better than I thought he was?
Well, don't we always look at the incredible, mind-boggling numbers of Wilt Chamberlain
yes,
and think, what was that guy doing? Yeah. And we don't even have half of it.
No.
So Wilt Chamberlain comes to mind first. What I think about Kevin when that question comes up,
here's Garland. Shoots from 14. No good on that one.
He may not be the strongest inside presence in the league, but still, he's got to convert from there.
And so it's New York with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this. Teams changing it up here. The Cavaliers trail by 16 on the court for Cleveland. The duo inside, Love and Thompson. Clarkson is the 2 with Osman the 3. And it's Garland in at the 1.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
The Cavaliers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. He's off on the second.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Count it.
With defenses usually playing him to drive, Barrett's developed a nice little floater for when he can't get to the rim. And a coaching hire by the Cavaliers that caught most off guard. John Beilein had led the Michigan Wolverines for 12 seasons, their all-time leader in coaching wins.
Well, there was also talk the year prior about John Beilein joining the Detroit Pistons organization, so finally making the jump to the NBA where it's a much different challenge. It's going to be very interesting to see how it is that Coach Beilein implements a lot of his offensive schemes that were so successful in college.
Love against Smith. Pass to Randall. Lets it go from 14. The Cavaliers trail by 18. Osman the pass to Clarkson. Here's Osman, covered by Smith. Shoots. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
That wasn't easy. Dennis Smith Jr. with a high degree of difficulty on that one.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
The Knicks leading by 20. To the inside, Robinson trying to get open is Randall. Robinson misses. Cleveland's getting blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Got that one up quick. Osman's got 9.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
To the middle. Smith outside. New York moving it around. Randall kicks to Barrett. 4 on the clock. Puts it up from 12. Misses off the right iron. The Cavaliers trail by 18. And in the summer of 2018, Kevin Love signed a 4-year, $120 million extension to remain in Cleveland.
Yeah, and Kevin right now is the bridge from what was to potentially what will be. And in that what will be scenario, what will be happening is Kevin Love probably gets traded at some point. But he's been great for Cleveland. He's been a great ambassador for the city. The things that he's doing off the court philanthropically have been amazing. And Kevin Love is not done in the NBA. Still another team out there for him to go to and contribute to.
And so New York calls timeout. They're first.
Last year, interesting under-the-radar season as Tristan Thompson statistically had a very, very good year. Career best rate in rebounding, scoring, and assists. That's a big guy down on the inside.
And as well as he played last season, the former Iron Man, Tristan Thompson, struggled with injury.
Yeah, fewest games played of his career in any given season. And for a guy who went 4 straight seasons playing every game, deep into the playoffs, games that physically and mentally take a toll on you. The last season was a tough one for Tristan that way.
Brett, so many guys are now shooting from well beyond the arc. Who do you think has the deepest range in the league?
I think Steph Curry has the most consistent, deepest range.
Lillard is in that category.
Lillard is in there, and of course, last year's playoff win will never go away in terms of what a great memory that was. Trae Young is now entering that category.
Yeah,
I mean, we saw that at the end of last year. His fearlessness in pulling up from just about anywhere has been pretty remarkable. And to that, I will add one Brook Lopez, who has found his way well beyond the three-point line.
He's a whole nother conversation.
We'll talk about him later.
We'll do that. Bobby Portis out there with Taj Gibson. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's Trier in at the 2. That's the 5 for New York right now. Garland kicks to Osman, passes it to Garland. Here's Zizic. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. And it's Osman missing.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Here's Portis. Good on the bucket. Portis has got 4 points this quarter.
He has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
To the wing on the left. Now, here's Garland. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, the Knicks had a lot of turnover trading for expiring contracts. They did what they could to accommodate the wishes of a lot of vets.
Yeah, the problem right now for the Knicks is they're not inviting to a lot of free agents, and that's really where they're trying to make their play. So fascinating over the course of the past decade that New York has not been able to attract the top-tier talent. So building through the draft, Coach Fizdale hopeful that they'll land a star one way or another.
And the first one drops. A different look now for Cleveland. Kevin Love comes in for Zizic, and it's Clarkson in for John Henson. Here's Smith. And So it's the Knicks with the win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Brett Berry, Greg Anderson. This is Kevin Allen along with our 2K Sports crew. So long.